If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. Please state your name and affiliation on your first question. Start here in the middle.
Yeah, Jeff Ferrata with Cal Bears on SI. Justin, can you just explain what you think happened, especially in the first half?
What happened was we defensively we couldn't get off the field. I mean, they had like 4 fourth downs. Was at I believe the first half. Every fourth down they went for, they converted, so we weren't able to get off the field. We held them to a couple field goal tries, and then we weren't tackling well. They ran the ball on us. They threw it, and whether we were in zone or man or 4-man, 5-man rush, 6-man rush, or 3-man rush, they were very efficient. We had real issues stopping them in the pass game. Did not affect the quarterback. The teams that had played them the best on defense affected the quarterback consistently. We did not do that. And so when they are running it and they're throwing it and completing passes and converting fourth downs, third and fourth downs, you can't get off the field. And then offensively, we turned the ball over twice in the first quarter. So there's 2 extra possessions. And then, there was a big run by Gavin, which was great, but other than that, we didn't do much.
Coach, you just mentioned it, Jaden with a big run. Jaden also had a big run in the second half. Do you feel like Jaden's getting his legs back under him now? And then how are you viewing the split in touches between those two moving forward?
Yeah, we're trying to score points on offense. So whoever can help us do that, love having Jaden, and obviously Javen, you see the speed that he has, and we needed to run it more efficiently today and throw it more efficiently and catch the ball. We had drops, so we got to do everything better. So we got to coach the players better. We got to make sure they're prepared to go out and compete and play at their best. You don't go out there and stumble around and expect to beat talented players like Syracuse has. So you got to give them a lot of credit. I thought Coach Brown and those guys, especially on offense, were, they're really tough to stop for us today, certainly. And it wasn't our best football, which was really disappointing.
Steve Cronin from San Francisco Chronicle. Justin, fair to say that this was the first time this season you guys were outplayed?
We certainly were outplayed today. There's no doubt about that. Outcoached, outplayed, out-rushed, out-caught, out-covered, out-sacked, out-everything. Special teams, we had some poor plays on special teams. We need to win games, and it's our job to find ways to win games, and ultimately that's my responsibility, and we didn't do it today. Comparing them to the other games, I don't know. I thought we would have to play well in order to win, and we did not play well, and they did, and you give them credit, but very disappointing on our part.
Cody Henderson from the league winners. Coach, besides the 2 big runs, are there any other positives you can take away from today's game?
No, I don't. I'm not trying to be non-emotional here, which is impossible, but I don't see anything really that we did very well.
Justin, Fernando has been so efficient for especially the last 4 games. What do you think threw him off today? Because he just didn't appear to be himself.
Yeah, it's unlike him to throw those 2 interceptions, and it wasn't as smooth as we would expect. We got sacked 4 times. We had, like I said, we had some drops, which we hadn't seen as much of. So you add all that up, and we don't play well. So I don't know. We'll look at the video with him and keep coaching him. I know he's going to be eager to learn from it, and again, starts with us as coaches, making sure that those players are prepared to give their best effort and execute at a high level, and then there's shared responsibility with the players to go out and if they know what to do and how to do it, and then we got to do it when it counts on game day. And so it's starts with us and includes everybody. And like I said, I know Fernando will be eager to improve upon today's performance.
Thomas Dunn, right for California. Justin, you hinted at it a little bit, but how was Syracuse able to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football today?
So they moved us backwards and then protected. I mean, even the one-on-ones, we'll chart them. We chart every one-on-one pass rush we get. So we'll have those charted, who got the one-on-one, what happened. But the run game moved forward, I mean, nearly every single time. And then the pass game, I think we got one sack, but really it was a scramble, pushed out of bounds. There was never the ones we had seen. The teams that played them the best affected the quarterback, whether it was with 4 guys, some with 5, but you know, the teams that played them the best played them with rushing 4. And then the coverage, when the ball comes out earlier on time and it's under 3 seconds, then the coverage has to win. And we had a number 2 and number 19. I think they were almost 100% on the throw and catching with those guys, even when we had them covered. We're close and we couldn't finish the plays. And you have to give them credit, and then we have to find a way to get the ball out.
And in some of these games this year, we've mentioned that you and Coach Sermon has mentioned the critical downs, 3rd and 4th today, combined 11 of 22. How do you coach the team to where they can execute better on 3rd and 4th down without losing who you are?
Well, the best thing you could do is make the 3rd down really long and the 4th down longer, because then you're going to have more opportunities for success. We could go relive them all, but the number of 3rd downs, I mean, even late in I think one in the 3rd quarter, they threw one to their sideline on a 3rd and 10, and they're not in a 4-down territory, and they threw it on the out route, and the guy, it was a incredibly accurate ball, and Cam Sidney's covering the guy, and it's the one they reviewed, and it's a 1st down. They had a 4th and 2, they threw a corner route on 4th and 2 into man coverage, and Craig was on him, and the guy made a great throw and catch, and we weren't able to make the play. We had a 4th and 2, little boot. We have the guy hit behind the line of scrimmage on the tight end, and we couldn't get him on the ground there. It's just, you have to execute the play, and those windows are going to be tight. We had a 4th and 2, really frustrating one where they threw a quick game down in the red zone against, Noel, who's been our best corner, leading the country in interceptions, and we gave up too much ground, and they threw it and caught it. So, it's the execution in the moment, and there's no magic calls. We mixed in, we played every, front and zone cover, man cover, 2 high, single high, 0 blitz. We felt like we Rolodexed the hell out of it, and we couldn't find anything that was very steady for us. So we got to do a better job coaching, and then the players in the moment's got to step up and make those plays.
Justin, is Ryan Coe perhaps back as the number 1 kicker, considering what happened today?
Yeah, I think we'll look at that. Again, those guys had their moments, each of them. It's something we'll continue to evaluate.
Anyone with the last question?
Justin, pretty early to look forward, but you've got the big game obviously next Saturday at your place. Stanford coming in, I think they're in a close game right now. Just talk about what that game can mean to your team and to your season with bowl eligibility still out there for you.
Well, it's a huge game. We all know that. The Stanford game, it means a lot to a lot of people, and we'll need a great week of practice, because I want to say half the games that have ever been played between Cal and Stanford are decided by a touchdown or less, and got a great respect for them. But we need to learn from this game first by watching the video as coaches, what we needed to do better. This can't happen again. The level of execution and the almost, and coulda, shoulda, wouldas, just way too many of them, and it's really frustrating and disappointing. And we obviously will have to have a very productive week of practice, because we can't play like that again. Yeah, it's unacceptable.
All right, thanks, Coach.